Well, welcome to Game Changers, everybody. I am the Kelster Mania. You can take the Kelster out of Las Vegas, but not the Vegas out of me in my shimmering jacket. I got my co-host and dear friend, world champion sports handicapper, and Kylie Jenner's personal aromatherapist, Joe D'Amico. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Well, I may be a very generous person, but I will tell you I'm envious. You certainly look like one of my favorite figure skaters from the 80s, Brian Boitano, right now. You look amazing, Kelly. As usual, I'm happy to be here with you today. And I'm so happy, Kelly, that we're picking up steam. We're gaining viewers. We're gaining followers. We're getting buys at the website. It is just amazing what we're doing at Game Changers. For everybody out there that are supporting us, we love you. Keep coming back. Keep liking us. Keep posting it. Keep commenting. Go to our YouTube channel. Go everywhere, because the more you do it, the more free plays we're going to give you.
I got 5 free plays coming, 2 from you, 2 from New York, Pele, 1 from myself. And speaking of New York, Pele and his results last week were amazing. Joe's, yours were Monday, Tuesday, perfect. New York, Pele last week, 4-0 and 2-0 in college and NFL, respectively. But speaking of 80s figure skaters, something else that's smooth on ice is Buffalo Chip Whiskey, our sponsor. There aren't enough O's in the word smooth for this Sip the Chip American classic whiskey. Man, oh man, I wish I had a glass of it here right now. Drank a little while I was down in the United States of America last week. It was a hell of a time. Hell of a time at the sports book. I had some great wins. Joe, you had some great wins last week. We're cashing. We are rocking and rolling. We are loving life, living at large, but let's live at large for our players too. Show them how to make some money with today's picks for this week coming up in week 7 of the NCAA college. We've got Texas and Oklahoma State coming up. It's your first game. Which side are you on, brother?
Well, sports fans, after being up scores of 28-7 and 41-23 and blowing the game in last week's 55-48, embarrassing loss to rival Oklahoma, there's no doubt Texas is going to take the 5-0 Oklahoma State team lightly. Although in his first year at the helm, head coach Steve Sarkisian knows very well that the last 4 meetings of this rivalry were each settled by 7 points or less, including 2 overtimes, guys. Yes, the Cowboys defense, they're pretty darn good, but the Longhorns offense can and will light them up. The problem Okie State is going to run into here is with their very anemic, and I mean anemic, offense. They account for nearly 20 points per game less than Texas. The Longhorns possess a top 10 rushing attack, sports fans, meaning they're going to keep the Cowboys defense on the field and wear them down. The Okie State offense won't have the time of possession to do the same here, folks. Texas, 6-1 against the spread. The last 7 as a favorite and 6-2 against the number. The last 8 games overall. They make us bettors money. They're going to do it this week. They're going to bounce back. They're going to cover this spread, Kelly. Texas, Longhorns, all the way, guys.
I love it. I love it. Speaking of Texas, one of my favorite states, one of my favorite places to hang out, that's where Buffalo Chip All-American Whiskey has been doing some great promos. We've been seeing them down there. We're going to have some great times coming up with them. Some great times coming up, though, for people that are going to be buying, Joe, your premium package coming up in college football this weekend. I want to know a little bit. Give us a tease and tell people why they should buy your premium pick package.
Well, sports fans, winning isn't what I do. It's who I am. I've made a career. You do something once, you're lucky. You do it something twice, you're lucky. 13 top college football championships, 12 NFL championships, 11 Major League Baseball championships. Guys, the Yankees, those Celtics combined don't have that many championships as I have in handicapping. Kelly, I know this is a football show, but I've got to tell everybody out there, 16-6, my last MLB releases. As far as football goes, 15-5 in big game releases between college and pro football season. I have nothing but big games going this weekend. By Thursday evening, they'll all be up. There'll be at least one, possibly more than one game of the month situation. Sports fans, on all websites, they go for $50, $69, $100 a piece. But my special, only here at Game Changers, all of my winners, whether I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 on a Saturday, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 on a Sunday, each day, $49 only at Game Changers. Come to Game Changers, where saving your money is just as good as making your money, but you're going to follow me all the way to the bank, folks.
Boy, you look like you were rolling the dice with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there, Joe. Thank you to the craft table at Caesars Casino for this sparkly, glittery jacket. Let's talk about another sparkly, glittery opportunity. Alabama, man, oh man, quite a week last week for them. You're coming back on this game. They're going into Mississippi State. What's going to happen in this game, my friend?
Well, Kelly, at the beginning of the week, I look at some games. I circle some games that stand out to me personally. And as I delve in deep on those games, sometimes they pan out. Sometimes I throw them away. As I looked at this game, after I looked at it and loved it, I looked at it further and further, loved it even more. Sports fans taking their first loss in just short of 2 years. 2 years since their last loss is bad enough, but dropping from first to fifth in the polls behind 4 undefeated teams is not going to sit well with Nick Saban. Don't put too much stock in last week's loss. This is a team that was playing at such a high level for so long. Guys, they were bound to drop a game sooner or later. And when a team this loaded with talent and a coaching staff as good as Alabama has, a loss does 2 things, guys. Number 1, it takes the pressure off. Number 2, it shows you what you need to work on. For the polls, they cannot afford to not blow out Mississippi State here. The Crimson Tide will bounce back, make an example of a Bulldog team that just won't be able to keep score for them, score for score. Guys, they won't be able to keep up with Bryce Young and the explosive Bama passing attack. The Tide are 5-1 against the number of the last 6 meetings with the Bulldogs, outscoring them by 25, 48, 24, 31, and 41 points in those 5 ATS victories. Any point spread under 4 touchdowns here is a joke. They're going to win this game by 28. Mark my words. I'll even go up minus 28 on this team. It doesn't bother me that they're laying 11 points less. Kelly, not only do they win this game, they blow this team up. They need the style points, and they need to know that they run the gauntlet until the rest of the season, and they meet Georgia. And for sports fans, they're going to meet Georgia in the SEC title game come the postseason, that when they play them, they each have 1 loss. And the pollsters are going to have to come up with who's going to go to the CFP, if not both teams.
Plus 28.5. Would you book me for 10 times?
I'll book anything you want as long as you throw that jacket in.
Oh, buddy, the jacket, I love this jacket. You should see the belt and the shoes. They're matching as well. Speaking, we're going to match things up with New York Philly coming back right after this commercial break. We'll see you guys here back in a few.
The best bets are not on Wall Street.
GameChangerz.ca, the ultimate source for sports betting information.
Well, one of the best bets in my life has been New York Pele, a friend for almost 25 years. Geez, well, I was just a baby. You were an old man still 25 years ago there, buddy. How you doing, my friend? Let me tell you something. This guy is one of the best. He put the first four letters in analyst, this guy. New York Pele, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you very much. Yes, we had a great weekend. Great weekend. We were 4-0 in college and 2-0 in the pros. But this week, I've got 4 games, and they look as good as last week. So, guys, get on the bandwagon here.
The only way to get better than 4-0 last week is to hook them up in a round robin or bet them in a parlay, right, buddy? Let's start off with your first game, though. You got Pittsburgh and Virginia Tech. I know you like taking the points here. Line is 5. Are you on the dog again?
Oh, yes. Virginia Tech +5. And the reasons are vast. They lost last week. Virginia Tech lost to Notre Dame in a very, very tough loss. You would think they would be down, but they will not be down. Pittsburgh is a very, very good football team coming into Blacksburg. Very tough to win there. And Virginia Tech lost to this team last year, 47-14. I say revenge. Virginia Tech is going to win this game straight up. I probably will be betting some on the money line, but definitely take the 5. I think it's a lock, basically.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. A lot of your games this year where you've had big dogs come out, and those big dogs have won straight up. And you got to take that money line. You got to sprinkle a little bit. I play it that way. I usually put somewhere around 20% of my wagers. If it's a 5 or 6 or 7 point dog, I'll put 15 to 20% on the money line just because of your consistency and your regularity. Let's talk about this 4-game package coming up this weekend. What are you charging for the 4-game package, and when is it going to go up? When can people buy it at GameChangerz.ca?
Because I wait for line movement, it's the most important thing that I go by. I do not bet with the public, as I've told you. So we wait. Friday night, I will have the 4 games up for $100. You get 4 top games. I'm looking at 9 or 10 right now, but I will have it down to 4 by Friday night. And
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to hook it up. I got some great action going here in my account, and I'm loving the plays. I appreciate your effort and your commitment, what you're doing. I love this next game coming up. You got BYU at Baylor. Tell me what you're liking in this game, buddy.
BYU, we're taking +6.5 here. If you see 6.5, buy it up to 7. Always buy it up to 7. But you may see 7 at game time. BYU comes off a pretty bad loss to Boise State. but they lost because they had 4 turnovers, something that they generally don't do. They will come back. They are very disciplined, and they could possibly upset Baylor totally and win the game straight up. Again, money line would not be bad. It's about plus 260, I believe. But BYU will definitely cover the spread here.
Yeah, no, I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's bring Joe D'Amico back in. Let's wrap things up. I'm going to give you my free play for this week, and my free plays have been absolutely on fire on this show and on the website. Reminding everybody, go to GameChangerz.ca every day. On the ticker, we have free picks from all 3 of us every day. I put up a special this week. I know a lot of our U.S. followers are not big NHL hockey bettors, but I have been putting out Tuesday through Friday all of my premium plays in hockey. I want people to make enough money to go in and buy my season package. I encourage you all to do the same with Joe D'Amico and with New York Pele. Go in. The season package is a great value. Hit these plays hard. Get some money. I've got my play this weekend coming up on week 7 of the NCAA schedule. It's Florida, number 20 ranked Florida against LSU. This game, the line is, I've seen it move now 11 up to 11.5. LSU defense has definitely struggled. They're up against a dual threat quarterback in Emory Jones, but I'll tell you what, they are going to score some points. LSU quarterback Mac Johnson he's going to provide enough offense that this plus 11.5 line is going to be a tighter game. This is not going to be a blowout. LSU taking points at home is a consistently winning strategy. Laying points on the road, how many times has it cost us a fortune over the years, boys? Joe, are you in agreement on that?
Well, I think this is definitely a very good play. I try not to conform to any one type or one angle of sports betting because, as you know, as New York Pele mentioned earlier, I'm a numbers guy. It's always about the value I get on the line. I don't try to subscribe to any one angle, but in this case, I definitely agree with you 2,000%, Kelly. I may not agree with you about your wardrobe, but I definitely agree with you about this play without a doubt. I'm just glad you're wearing pants today because I'd hate to see what you matched up that jacket with your boxers or your boxer briefs today. I'm just afraid to find out, buddy.
Let me tell you something. We're on a steady cam here, so you can't actually see, so you don't know actually that is the fact. But, Joe, you've been happily married for over 20 years. I'm now recently single, so I tell you what, I got to step my game up with a shimmery gold jacket. Another lifetime married man. How long have you and Andrew been married now, buddy? It's 34 years, is it now?
46.
Oh, 46. Jeez, I don't know where I lost those other 12 years. Oh, like 46 years.
My wife's hard.
She's beautiful. Did you marry her when she was 4? Is that what happened? How the hell you married that long?
Like that. Yeah, but she's hard of hearing. She can't hear, so it's good.
Wow. If I had to listen to you every day too, I'd be stuffing some cotton balls or something in my ears. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Another great show, great energy, great people, great handicapping. Great value from GameChangerz.ca. My name's Kelstermania. Follow me at Kelstermania, at New York Pele Sports, at Joe D'Amico Wins. Nothing but winners, nothing but value. We're here to make your life better, helping you bust your bookies. Follow us everywhere. Also watch for our NFL show that's going to be coming up tomorrow on social media. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you all. We'll see you next time.